Okay, so gearbox, and these are the change gears. I need to cut an 8-pitch thread. I've tried to put the 20 spur gear. It runs either a 40 or a 20 spur gear. Now, the gearbox says 20, 80, 80 is gear selector 3. So we come down here, we come and look at number 3, which is the low one, and then you take it down from 80 to 48. Gear 2 is 40 to 24 and 20 to 12. So the two outside gears are the main ones, so it's 20-80, 40-80, 40-40. So if I go 40-20, that will double it again, so that will halve that 12 to a 6. And more importantly, it will halve the 16 to an 8. And I want an 8-pitch thread. So I want to get 100 and an 127 Myford gear, because I've been told they've got the same diametral pitch, which means they'll mesh together. It's just there are 1/8 of an inch wider gears. Not a problem. I'm going to order 100 gear, I think. 100 gear should not, 127 gear. I'll get 127. Ooh. Just get 127 gear. That will fill the gap easily. And that's one of the gears that are good for changing between metric and imperial. That's so I can do this. So that's so I can clean up the threads on this. I'm just trying to see what is actually happening here now. What I believe is happening is either one of two things. One, the edge of the gear is a bit wonky, so the brass isn't touching the edge of this flange, which is sticking through here square, or the end of that isn't square and it's been highlighted by the washers right at the moment. But we'll get a tight patch every now and again. And the precision dial, close, and the precision dial there might be just a slight nuts cock of a run out there now. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Tonight I have I think it's a gear from Midland Model Engineering Exhibition. No, there's going to be a model exhibition. You know what it means, and I believe this is the gear. Oh, it feels slimy. Oh my good night, look at the size of that. That is massive. I don't know if it's going to fit in. All I did was buff it off with a stone. Let's try the gear cutting side, because that should be tremendously sharper. That's the side that I'm going to use for the gear cutting. Yeah. Not for cutting these gears from the lathe. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. There it is. 127 tooth. It is too thick for mine, I believe. I believe these are 3/8 and mine are thinner. No, it is thinner than my gear. Okay, I haven't got to take any off of it. Right, so there you go. And it meshes beautifully. Cool. But does it mesh beautifully? You tell me. I don't think that's right. It seems to go in. All the teeth go into each other. Whether the pressure angle is the same or I don't know. Just don't seem to go all the way in. There's a gap. They bottom out, but they're not slack at the top there, so maybe it'll be alright. I'm definitely going to have to be a bit more delicate when I set it up. My teeth. Oh, you can make mine mesh into each other. Oh, this anti-fling grease is very awful stuff. It sticks to everything. Got a hair on my finger and it's sticking to it. So my teeth mesh, no gap. Oh, a little gap. Maybe. No, there's just a bit of fluff again looking white. Yeah, mine, oh, I can't tell, there's too much grease. I'm not cleaning them off because I want them not to rust. Yeah, I think it's just less of a pressure angle. They are just slightly curved at the top. I think mine's got a, I think the Holbrook gears have got a greater pressure angle. So they're not perfect. I really don't want to run these too much together. It will work. They will. They're going to be trying to force themselves out a little bit. So I've got to be extremely careful when using that gear on mine. So the way of doing it is I'm going to have to change my lathe to metric basically, and for this operation of doing 6 TPI, getting my lathe to go down to 6 TPI, I will definitely have to order a 40 and a 20, a 40 spur gear and a 20 driven gear to match up with these. The bore is bigger, so I'm going to have to take these Bridgeport parts, take the key out, lob it off, bore that out to 875 or 874, give it about a thou press fit, cut a new key first, get some high strength Loctite, press it together with high strength Loctite and a key inside it. That gear will be done, that will fit. I might even leave this, cut this to the width of my gears. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it, eh? That would be a very good idea. It won't be a very good bearing surface, but it will be better than, yeah, it will centralise these gears as well, so have it so it's pressed out even amounts both sides of the gear, you know, so when it's cut off there it comes out both sides of that gear to make it the width, same width as this gear. I can do that. I've got 2 of these, so I can do probably 6, even 8 gears. So I'm going to get a 100 tooth gear to do the gear reduction. So if you reduce from 127 down to 100, that will convert my lathe to metric. Get the 40 and the 20 tooth, maybe the 80 tooth for the Myford gear set. Then I can get every gear metric and Imperial that I want. Well, that I need for the time being. Truth now is, does this gear, which is very big, does it fit inside the casing? Let's have a look. It not fit in. Good news is it will span the gap on the current setup, but bad news is it doesn't fit in the casing. Now, a couple of things. Really need the casing on for this problem. I'll show you. Magic, the gears disappeared. At the back here, down the back, there's a nut just here. What this nut is the pinch nut for the adjuster thing, the banjo, I think you call it. There. And then maybe another piece of steel welded on here. Or I could use the T-bolt here and make just a little bracket here, and then just take the cover off and just have a little bracket coming out here just to hold it there. Yeah, that could be even better. But I need a boss which comes in this far, so yep, I've got some working out to do this, but it is possible. So I might just make another shield up out of steel, complete shield up out of steel, but with a bigger bulge out here. Yeah, okay, just make a semi cover thing to stop the gear grease flinging out everywhere. Get a 40 tooth gear for there to drive the 127 to drive the 20, and then also, as well as that 20, I will need a 40 to drive the 127, which is linked to 100 to come down to drive whatever's down here, so I can get some other gears for down here. Probably 2 40s. Yeah, I'll work it out, but I need to make a cover, new cover, big enough to take the 127 tooth gear. But now I can span the gap, I can bring it down to 60 dpi, I can cut the worm gear. Awesome.